Welcome to ARIVU channel. If this video is useful to you, like, share and subscribe. This is the Java series, part 25. In the last video, we have seen one-dimensional array. So now let's discuss the two-dimensional array. Okay, here I have created the two-dimensional array variable. Here I have used the two subscriptions. The first subscription value refers to the row. Okay, the second subscription value refers to the column. So 3 by 3 matrix. So this two-dimensional array looks like the matrix. And the row index value starts from 0, not from 1. And the column index value starts from 0. Okay, not from 1. Here I have initialized all the rows and columns. So how many elements we have to give for this particular array? Here I have given row value is 3 and column value is 3. So 3 by 3 matrix. 9 elements we have to give. Okay. 0th row, 0th column value 11 I have given. And 0th row first column 22. 0th row second column 33. First row 0th column 44. First row first column 55. First row second column 66. Second row 0th column 77. Second row first column 88. And finally second row second column 99. So we have to give 9 elements for this particular array. Okay, and here I have used the nested for loop. Okay, so this is the outer for loop, this is the inner for loop. We have already discussed about the nested for loop concept and the execution flow of the nested for loop. For the first iteration of the outer for loop, we have 3 statements. The first statement, initialization statement, this statement will be executed only one time. For the first iteration, the I value is 0. 0 less than 3. This is the condition. It returns true only. True means the control comes inside the outer for loop. Inside the outer for loop, we have another for loop. This is the inner for loop statement. Okay. Here I have 3 statements again. Here what is it? This is the initialization statement. This statement will be executed only once. Okay. And here this is the condition. For the first iteration of the inner for loop, j value is 0 only. 0 less than 3 returns true only. So the control comes inside the inner for loop, and with the help of the print statement, I want to print the 0th row because I holds 0 and j also holds 0. So 0th row, 0th column element will be printed on our console. So that is 11 will be printed on our console with the space. Here I have used the concatenation symbol. So this element will be printed with the single space. Correct. And the control goes to the 23rd line to 20th line. So the control comes here. Now what happens? The j value will be incremented by 1. So j value is 1 for the second iteration of the inner for loop. 1 less than 3 returns true only. The control comes inside the inner for loop statement and it prints the 0th row first column with single space. And again the control goes here. Now the value of j will be 2. 2 less than 3, true only. So the control comes inside the inner for loop and prints the 0th row and second column. That is 33 will be printed on our console. Iteration j value will be 3. Okay, so 3 less than 3 returns false. So the inner for loop will be terminated and the control goes outside of the inner for loop and goes to the outer for loop. Control comes here only. Now the value of I will be updated to 1. Okay, so this is the second iteration of the outer for loop. Now the control comes here and checks the condition. After the evaluation, it returns true only because I value is now 1, 1 less than 3, true. So the control comes inside the outer for loop, and here this is the inner for loop. So it starts its execution again. Now this statement will be executed, and here this is the condition. Now the value of j is 0 only. 0 less than 3 returns true. So the control comes inside the inner for loop and print first row 0th column, because now the value of I is 1 only. So the first row and the j value is 0. So first row 0th column. This value will be printed on our console with the space. And the 20th line, and here j plus plus. So what is the value of j now? 1. 1 less than 3 returns true. So the control comes inside the inner for loop and it prints the first row, first column. This one will be printed on our console with the space in the same line. Okay, and the control goes to the 20th line again. Now the value of j will be 2. Okay, so now 2 less than 3 returns true. So the control comes inside the inner for loop and prints the first row, second column. Okay, this one will be printed on our console with the space, and the control jumps from the 23rd to 20 again. So now the value of j will be 3. 3 less than 3 returns false. False means the inner for loop will be terminated. Okay, and here we have one more statement. This is the statement for the outer loop. Okay, I want to print the next element on the new line. That's why I have used this one. Okay, so this println method will be used to create a new line. Okay, and the control goes to the outer for loop. Now the value of I will be 2. Okay, 2 less than 3 returns true only. The control comes inside the outer for loop and this is the inner for loop statement. Again, this statement will be executed only one time, and j less than 3 returns true only. The control comes inside the inner for loop and I value is now 2 and j value is 0. Second row 0th element, that is 77, will be placed on our console with the space. Likewise, the second iteration, what happens? Second row first element 88 will be placed with the space. Third iteration, what happens? The second row second column will be, that is 99 will be placed on our console with the space. Okay. For the fourth iteration, what happens? The j value will be 3. So 3 less than 3 returns false, means what happens? The inner for loop will be terminated. So after the termination, the control comes the 24th line and this line is used to create the new line. And the control jumps 24 to here. Now the value of I becomes 3. 3 less than 3 returns false only. So the outer loop also will be terminated. Okay. Let me execute this one. Here. So the index value for the first row is 0. The index value for the first column is 0. Okay. That is this 0th row and 0th column. So this is the index values. Okay. Likewise, all the other elements. So this is the 0th row, first column. This is the 0th row, second column. First row, 0th column. This is the first row, first column. This is the first row, second column. And this is the second row, 0th column. Second row, first column. Second row, second column. Okay. Now, we have completed how to initialize the two-dimensional array elements and how to traverse the two-dimensional array elements using the nested for loop concept. I hope you all understand. We have completed this session. If you have any doubts, drop the message on the comment section. If this video is useful to you, like and share. For more videos, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, then only you will get the notification for my new updates. Have a nice day. Thank you.